Alright, hey everyone, so today we're going to be assembling a shed made by Arrow. It's going to be this guy right here. A lot of people build a wooden base for it, but we went ahead and just extended the concrete out from the current slab that it's on. It's going to be going up against the back side of this shed. And I've got some pictures from laying the concrete, so I'll put those in there, but let's get started. Okay, so I've cut along this perforated line that's been marked here. And this is what happens when you open it. It's what it looks like. And whenever you're working with any type of metal, you're going to want to wear gloves. These are Milwaukee cut level 2s, which basically means they have that protection in the webbing there. And I just wear these whenever I'm working on anything, just because, you know, they're high dexterity gloves. I can do pretty much anything in them, and it protects my hands. And as an added protection, I always wear safety glasses. You never know when something's going to fly up and hit you in the face. So you may be wondering if the door is limited to being on one side of the shed, and the answer is no. You can decide which side you want the door to be on. And now you can see I'm making sure that the frame is square so that when I build on top of it, it'll remain square. Now you're going to see that I end up doing this throughout the build process because it does not stay square with having to move it around all the time. And if you're following along in the instructions, you'll see that the first step is to assemble the doors. I did do that in the assembly process, but I'll put the video of that in later. I just wanted to get to the meat of building the shed first. But while I finished putting those corner studs in, I wanted to talk about the flooring aspect of this. If you've seen any other videos of people putting together these metal sheds, you'll know that most people just opt for the wooden floor. But you'll see that in our case, we had that existing shed that had the slab coming out about 11 inches. So for it to sit flat up against the wall of that shed, the wooden frame just would not work. So instead, I dug it out and I drilled holes into the existing slab and shoved rebar into it with construction adhesive. And then I tied that rebar into the rebar I was using for the reinforced concrete, which sort of ties those two slabs together. Another thing to mention is that there's 7 pieces of that long siding, but one of them is different. You can see I just took that other piece off, and that's because that one is a little bit shorter and it goes on the top part of the roof on the back side of that peak. So even though it's the first piece in that box, it is the last piece to go on the shed. So I wanted to show y'all one thing that confused me for a second. So I'm putting this stud in, and obviously we want them to line up with the holes in the siding. But so I was like, okay, there's this tab down here. This must slip into here, like that, and bolt up here, right? But then your holes are going down here. So that's not right. So you don't slip it into that slot. I read the instructions again, and it says that it should just fasten between the floor frame and the siding. So there's a hole behind there, and then these can all screw in. Okay, so this is what it looks like from the front. So that shed is actually the gym now, because they're gonna keep all the like the lawnmower and the string trimmer and any shovels or rakes or whatever back here. So I've got the shed pretty much placed where I want it, and it's pretty much hidden. See the fence is right here. So now basically I just have to make sure the shed's square, so measure it diagonally both ways. And I've got some Tapcon bolts that I'm going to use to anchor it down. Wasn't too bad. Okay. That wasn't cool. Alright, well that's about a wrap on this project. I wasn't able to get every anchor bolt in, but I got enough in to where it won't be moving. It turned out pretty nice. It looks like it was always there, and it's on this nice concrete, so it can always be upgraded if needed. But be sure to check out any of my other videos if you'd like, and have a good day.